Hello, my name is Philippe Collin. I'm a French journalist and historian, and I wrote this year my first novel. My novel tells the story of Frank Meier, the barman of the Ritz, in Nazi-occupied Paris between 1940 and 1944. Frank Meier was a household name in the 30s and had to learn to cope with German troops occupying Paris. For 4 years, the German officers used to drink with Coco Chanel, the widow Ritz, or Jean Cocteau. These men and women, collaborators or resistance fighters, or heroes and war profiteers, we would love each other, betray each other, or fight for a certain idea of civilization. Most customers are unaware that Frank Meier, Austrian emigre and a World War I veteran and a choreographer of this French ballet, is hiding a secret. The Ritz bartender is Jewish. 20 years ago, I walked into the Ritz for the first time, and the bartender at the time started telling me the story of Frank Meier. For several months, I wanted to go to the Ritz and hear more and more about this story, and it fascinated me. I began to take an interest in his life and gathered a lot of documentation. I chose this form for the novel because it allowed me to get inside Frank Meier's head and imagine his desires, fears, thoughts, and anxiety during the war. It's not a history book, it's fiction. And my idea is to ask all readers the same questions. What would you have done in Frank Meier's shoes during the Second World War? My connection with Frank Meier is quite simple. Like me, he was a class defector who escaped his modest background and rose up the social ladder. And when you've made that journey, you are sensitive to those who have made the same journey. So I'm a bit like Frank Meier. Marshal Goering, the number 2 man in the Nazi regime, became a regular guest in the Ritz during the war. He was a violent sociopath, addicted to morphine, and his behavior in the hotel was very strange, dangerously unpredictable, and unmanageable. Every evening, Frank lived with the anxiety of never quite knowing what to expect from Goering, and living with the fear that he might be on the receiving end of his irrational brutality. Frank Meier had to deal with this type of situation for 4 years, a difficult and anxious life.